South. So I think
There was something interesting early. They weren't expected to have that 13-game win streak like they did last year.
This is the gift that God has given me to be able to help.
Thanks to the Democrats.
I'm not.
Am I correct?
you are correct.
Why blame? Why you're blaming?
I have a question for Carolyn. Carolyn, hold on. I have a question for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Doug Serravo Show, which is brought to you by Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. It is Dougie, it is Trusty, and it is your weekly show. Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right, so let's get it started, Jimbo. The New York Giants are taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Both teams have yet to win a home game, so this may be the day the Cowboys win their first home game. It looks like DeVito may be out. Drew Lock should be the guy. What are we expecting from the New York Football Giants today?
Heavy run, because Dallas is like close or top 5 in runs allowed and everything. So I think it's going to be a lot of running game. I expect Malik to definitely get touches, especially with Drew Lock throwing the ball. I'm liking them a lot better than the ball towards him. I expect just to be like a low-scoring game and probably a boring one.
Yeah, me too. And this is where I stand on tonight's game. It starts in about an hour or so. And for me, I'm wondering, is this going to be the game that dictates the future of Brian Dable? Because it's going to be this, as Malik Neighbors said the other day. Same result, different quarterback. So
Yeah.
if Drew Lock goes out there and performs the way he should and get this team a W, I could see Dable having a job next year. And maybe they go with Lock and they have, who knows where they go next year. It's all a whole obstacle and a whole disaster right now. But I want to see Drew Lock perform. I thought he should have been given the opportunity last week. They went with DeVito Mania, and they only put up 7 points. So that's where I stand on this game. Where Brian Dable, if they lose this game, and it's an embarrassing game against Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys, who have been bad this year, haven't won a home game, and they win a home game against the New York Giants, that's going to say a lot about Brian Dable's future.
Yeah. I just think I think that Tampa game kind of sold it up a little bit, honestly. Because I just feel like they are in the wrong direction. And I think, he had one decent year with them. He won Coach of the Year. But at the same time, it's what you do after that. And he hasn't really performed. So I think you need to go to a head coach that needs to be well-balanced. There's a lot of head coaches out there. 2 that comes to mind is Mike Vrabel and Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Vrabel needs a job. I'm surprised that he has not gotten a job this year.
I think he's with somebody as like a advisor.
Yeah.
I forgot, I think Minnesota, I want to say.
Yeah, he's not a head coach. But
Yeah.
if the Giants do have that opportunity to pick up Mike Vrabel, I think that could be huge for them. This team is built on defense. He has a defensive mindset. They have the weapons. So we'll see. This game dictates Brian Dable's future because I saw no difference last week whether it was DeVito, or Daniel Jones. I saw no difference.
Yeah.
Did not. 7 points, unexcusable.
Yeah, especially against a bad Tampa team that definitely is not as good as they should be. Offensively, great. Defensively, no.
Yeah, I think they're 5-6, so it's not like we lost to a dominant team. We lost to a team that basically may miss the playoffs.
Yeah, they could miss out, honestly. Because it'll be hard in that division, especially with Detroit that's going to be playing. They're going to be the number 1 seed, probably, or at least the top seed. and then you're gonna have Green Bay and then Minnesota that are both are gonna be in that mix.
Yeah, so
Unless Green Bay and Minnesota start tanking.
well, I don't think so because I think Minnesota's 9-2, Green Bay's 8-3. I think that 6-7 spot is already set
Yeah,
out. There's
it's
no
gonna
other
be that
team that has
last
that shot.
spot, that wild card spot.
Yeah.
If anything, you gotta let Washington just start sinking.
If Washington does fall, then I think Tampa could be that team on the rise.
Well,
But there's no way. I think we know our teams. Same thing too on the AFC side. We know our teams.
yeah.
We don't know
For
the
right now, we
order.
know our teams,
Yeah,
and
we don't know the order, but we know who's going to be there.
yeah, because like Pittsburgh and Baltimore could flip. Um, that's really it. I can see them flipping in the wild card spot. I mean, if the Chargers start losing, and so does the Denver Broncos, and then Miami keeps winning, they could jump right back in.
Yeah, so right now, the playoff picture is looking like this. Kansas City and Detroit have the byes.
Mm-hmm.
Then the wild card games in the 7th spot, you got Denver versus 2nd seed Buffalo.
That'd be looking-
NFC side, you got Washington versus Philly. AFC side, 6th seed, 3rd seed, LA versus Pittsburgh.
that'd be a good rematch.
It will be. NFC side, you got Green Bay versus Seattle.
Oh, I like that. I
Then
don't know why.
I like that too. I think that could be an intriguing matchup.
That could be a very good game.
AFC side, 5th seed versus the 4th seed. You got the Ravens on the road against the Texans.
And we're gonna get that preview
Yes, we are.
Christmas.
And then on the NFC side, you got Minnesota versus Atlanta. So these games could go either way.
Yeah, definitely could.
These games could change. These matchups could change.
Yeah. Hey, because we still have what 6 games left or 5 games left?
We're in week 13, so we
So
got
5.
5 weeks.
Yeah, so 5 weeks left of this, so it's going to be very eye opening.
So
To see.
before, no, you can finish, and I just want to say what we're doing.
Oh
next.
yeah, I was just gonna say it's eye open to see what team is going to do what team like starts tanking down, and what team actually starts like coming up from the ranks.
Me too. So before we get to Miami versus Green Bay tonight, that's going to be an interesting game because last year in the playoff game in Kansas City, the Dolphins just folded. So if they can win tonight in Green Bay,
Best
and I
shade
was-
20 degrees.
and I was telling this to Nicole, their playoff hopes are still technically alive. They could be that last team to go on a run.
They can, absolutely they can.
All right, so let's do some matchups.
Okay,
We're gonna go with the game tonight, of course. Giants or Dallas? Who do we got winning that?
I'm gonna probably go more towards Dallas.
Yeah, I have that feeling too. I have that feeling.
They have a straight. I mean, because they still have a better team, like offensively. Defense is a little slacking, but I can see their offense scoring points.
Miami or Green Bay? I honestly like Green Bay to win this, just because they're home. We don't know how the cold weather is going to affect Tua and the Dolphins. I'm going with Green Bay.
Green Bay has nothing to lose.
They don't.
Miami does.
Mhm.
They're gonna fight harder. I'm gonna go with Miami.
All right, interesting. Kansas City or Vegas? I think this one we both agree on. Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Colts or the Patriots?
I'm gonna like the Colts better, just
So do
because I
I.
feel like they are better this year than they were last year. Drake May could give them a little trouble, but I'm liking the Colts a little bit better.
Steelers or the Bengals? I like Cincinnati on this.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh just because I'm gonna like our defense a lot better to stop that offense compared to that defense stopping our offense.
All right, so we got the Chargers playing Atlanta.
They're coming off a bye. Chargers just lost. It's tough.
This game could go either way, though.
Go either way. Where's it at?
It's in Atlanta, ATL.
I'll take the Chargers.
Seattle versus the Jets. I think this is a revenge game for Geno Smith. I'm going with Seattle.
I'm gonna like Seattle too. I think it'd be closer than we all think, but I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Houston at the Jaguars. I think this is a must-win game for Houston. They've been sliding. I think C.J. Stroud wants to win, so I'm going to go with the Houston Texans.
I know T-Law is back, and he's off a bye week. And they haven't been playing really. Houston has not been playing really good the last
No, they
so
haven't.
often. Ever since the Detroit game. I'm gonna go. You know what? Let's go with upset. Give me Jacksonville.
All right, Jacksonville for the Drust. Arizona at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I like Minnesota. They're rolling.
Yeah, they're playing really well.
Tennessee at Washington. I think they have to bounce back, Washington. But I would not be surprised if the Titans pull the upset.
I'm liking Tennessee right now the way they're looking. I'm
All right.
liking Tennessee. I'm not liking how Washington looked.
All right, for this, I'm going to put Tennessee just so we can see if the playoff picture shakes up.
Okay.
Tampa. No, it don't. So we basically know who's going to be there based on these so far. Nothing really changes. Tampa at Carolina.
Tampa.
Yeah, I agree. The Rams at the Saints.
Ooh. I don't know because the Saints been playing really good the last couple weeks.
They have.
And he's off a bye week and everything.
Yeah.
And if Barkley ran for like almost 300 yards,
Could you
why
imagine
can't
Kamara?
Kamara do it?
Yeah, let's go with the Saints, honestly.
I'm
Let's
liking the
do it.
Saints. I don't know why. I'm liking the Saints a little bit.
Eagles at the Ravens, a potential Super Bowl matchup.
Now this is going to be a tough one, but I'm going to go with Philly.
Me too.
I think they have a better offense around, and their defense is playing a lot better.
San Fran at the Bills. I like Buffalo.
Buffalo.
San Fran is just, they're struggling.
I'm liking Buffalo a lot better.
And Cleveland at Denver.
Oof. That's a top toss up too. If Cleveland could play like they did against the Steelers like that, I want to go Cleveland. But at the same time, Bo Nix has been playing very, very well. Like he's like how CJ Stroud was last year.
Yeah, I like Bo.
I'm gonna go with Denver.
Me too. So if we're looking at this playoff picture, which is brought to you by ESPN, they're not sponsoring it, but we're using their app.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing changes.
The only that change that I'm seeing is Houston will now play the Chargers. Baltimore will now play the Steelers. Denver stayed the same. Everything. That's only 2 games that changed.
Mm-hmm. So the matchups may change, but the teams remain the same.
But we're still gonna have 5 weeks still.
Yeah, we still have 5 weeks.
Teams that are gonna try to catch up and everything and try to be decently. So I mean, it's not that big of a difference.
It's not, but teams like Miami, they have to win tonight. They cannot go down 2 games under 500.
No,
they have to win tonight.
Yeah, no, I agree. They definitely need a bounce back game.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we are going to talk about the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers. That game is 8 p.m. later tonight. We will be right back.
Especially going back to Columbus down.
Why? They were horrible this year.
Malibu and the diner. These leaders of these countries.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Doug Sarabo Show, which is brought to you by Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. You may be full from your turkey, or you're about to have dessert. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you're watching us. If you are, happy Thanksgiving. All right, so later tonight, Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins are taking on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. This is a must-win game for the Miami Dolphins.
Very much is. I think they definitely need to bounce back, especially starting off slow with Tua and everything.
Yeah.
I think they could definitely bounce back and win. Like you always say, the cold team will always try to win because they know how to play better in the cold. But I don't know, because Miami has more to fight for.
Yeah, they do. They have that playoff hopes in sight. They had
Mhm.
that slow start, but they're sitting there. They just have to go on a run, and they have to basically win out and
Yeah.
hope the Denver Broncos, more so Bo Nix, slows down, because that team is sitting in a spot where they could make the playoffs for the first time, I believe, since the Peyton Manning era.
Right. Especially with like Tua, like after he came back from like week 8, playing phenomenal.
Yeah, he is.
He's got one interception. He's got like what 11 TDs.
He's been playing like comeback
Like
player of the
he
year.
definitely, if he can stay healthy, Miami is a dangerous team. Don't get me wrong.
They are. They just had a slow start.
Yeah, well
And
that
they had his
also
injury.
because week
He was
2
out for what, maybe 3-4 games?
well he got hurt
If we
week
think
2.
about
He came
it.
back. He came back week 8. So about 4 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
8 weeks, whatever.
So they're in a good position. They're not
Yeah,
in a
they
bad.
are.
They're not in a bad spot. But when you have teams like Denver playing the way they've been, it's hard
Yeah.
to.
Denver's playing very well. Chargers, I think their schedule gets a little tougher
I think so too.
because they got to play Chiefs one more time. They got to play Denver again. I don't know what else is in their schedule. They got the Falcons coming up soon. So, like,
So
who knows?
next week the Chargers play the Chiefs.
That's okay.
Then they play Tampa, which could be a win.
But Tampa also win too because their offense is very good.
Then they play Denver. That's going to be the test for both teams.
Yeah, that's it. That's their next 4 weeks is a big, big stretch, especially after losing to Baltimore.
Uh-huh.
Falcons, I will not give them a toss up because Falcons could turn it on real quick. It's just when and how.
Then they play the Patriots and the Raiders. So,
Those 2 wins right there.
yeah, am I guaranteeing a Charger playoff position? No, the same thing could be said about Denver. Any
Yeah.
team, it's going to be a tough stretch for Denver, LA, and Miami.
Well, I'll also throw Pittsburgh in there too. Honestly, with their stretch schedule,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at it, you gotta play Cincinnati. Then you gotta go play the Browns. Then you gotta go play who's Philly? I think Philly. Then you gotta play Baltimore. Then you gotta play Kansas City. I'm not Kansas. Yeah, Kansas City. Then you finish it off with Cincinnati.
So realistically, if Miami wants to make the playoffs, forget what Denver and LA have to do.
Yeah,
Win tonight against Green Bay.
that's more of the focus now.
Because
What-
being 5-6 makes it a lot easier to make the playoffs than 5-7.
Yeah, especially the other teams, especially if Denver and all them start winning everything.
Yeah, because those teams are 2 games over 500.
Yeah, like they're playing really well right now. Especially like, we gave crap last year to Sean Payton, and now he turned that team around to be 7-5, sitting pretty in a wild card spot right now.
Yes. So
So, I mean,
let's say Miami wins tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They will be 5-6.
Okay.
They're going to have to
They'll
play.
be 6-6.
No, they're 5-6. If they lose,
Yeah, so
they'll
they
be...
win tonight, 6-6.
No, they're 5-6 if they win. They lose, they're 5-7.
Okay.
All right. So after that, then they have to play the Jets, and I think that will be a win.
They'll win that game.
6-6.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play the Texans. That could go either way.
I could go either way because Texans have not been playing very well, so I don't know.
So
Maybe toss up.
let's say Houston wins that.
Okay.
They'll be 7-7.
Okay.
Then Miami plays. Where is it? Looks like Miami will be on the bye. No, they play San Fran.
Gonna say.
So if I don't know if that game could go either way. Let's say Purdy's there and San Fran wins. Miami will be 7-8. Then Miami plays. Where is it? Where is it?
They play probably
They play the
Jets.
Browns.
They could win that game.
So they win that game, they'll be 8-8. Week 18, they play.
The Jets.
They'll that game could go either way. So yeah, realistically, they could finish with 8 or 9 wins,
Yeah.
but they have to win tonight.
Yeah, tonight's a very big challenge for them.
Tonight is a must-win game for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
So if they want to win this game, Jimbo, what do the Miami Dolphins have to do?
Realistically, I think we all know it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a shootout. Well, both offenses playing better. Defenses, hit or miss. Especially if Alexander's not playing. I believe he's questionable right now. So, if he's not playing, that game is going to be who gets the ball last within like a minute left.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's in Tua's hands, the weapons he has, it'll be crazy. But I would go Miami.
Yeah, I think
But
Miami could win this game.
Yeah, but I think especially with both teams have a great running back with Devon A-Chain from Miami. And then Josh Jacobs is having a incredible year with them after leaving the Raiders. So he's having a fantastic year. He's third, I think, in the rushes. I think he's got like 900 or 800. So he's right behind Henry. Well, not right behind, but like behind Henry and Barkley. So that game could be a coin flip, honestly.
And on the Green Bay side, we all thought the Packers were done when Jordan Love went down to injury.
Oh.
But he came back. He's been playing well. It's the same thing with Tua.
I'm going to say this, though.
They've been playing good football, these two quarterbacks.
I'm going to say this. Malik Willis had played fantastic for them.
He did.
He played very, very well. When we thought Green Bay was going to lose most of those games, they played very, very well. He played very, very well, which shows me maybe he could go to a team that is stylistic for him, like how Green Bay is.
Yeah.
Maybe like even like a Giants, even like a Jets, even like a team like where we need another quarterback like that. He just shown this year the games that he had that he could be that guy.
Yes, because when he got drafted, or he was one of those top prospects. And you could even say that Willis saved the Packers season, because for them to be sitting at 8-3 when Jordan Love went down for like 2 weeks, those games could have gone either way.
Yeah.
So let's bring that up into the discussion. Where does Malik Willis play in 2025?
So his contract's up, or do he'll just get traded?
If you have Jordan Love, I do not see Willis being there.
No.
I think he was more of a waiver pickup.
He was, especially with Tennessee, because Tennessee went with Willis. I don't know. Like I said, maybe
do the Giants go after him?
Giants or Jets? Giants or Jets, honestly. Or does the Giants with a low pick go for a quarterback in the draft?
Because I'm looking at the draft prospect this year. You have Schroeder Sanders, Cam Ward. Are they really franchise guys? Is Sanders all this hype going to be what this hype says it is?
Only time will
No.
tell, honestly.
Does Dion want to coach him? I don't know.
Dion said, somebody was telling me, Dion said, like, he doesn't want to go NFL with, like, the immature guys that are just in it for the money and everything. Like, that's why when he, like, was in Franklin for, coaching over there, he left. He took half the players with him. Why did half the players left? Because they respect Dion. They respected his coaching style. So, if they're not going to be like how they are, he doesn't want nothing to do with that. He'll stay in college.
Yeah. So Malik Willis will be in Green Bay. Will be in Green Bay next year. But I don't say he could be a starter somewhere.
Well, also too, like because there's like 3 landed spots. Because Rodgers has said he wants to play one more year. He wants to play one more year. So there's a couple teams I was seeing, like he might stay in New York. He might be a Giant. That's what they're saying.
Who knows?
He might go to Tennessee.
He didn't say Jets. He said New York.
Yeah, but that could be Jets or Giants.
It could be.
I was seeing Tennessee, which that's not a bad pick, but I think you give one more year to Levi. I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah. Will Levis, I think he's not a bad quarterback.
He's not bad, but we're gonna see.
All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to say what we're thankful for when it comes to our favorite teams. We'll be right back.
Especially going back to Columbus down.
Why? They were horrible this year.
Malibu and the diner. These leaders of these countries.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. The Doug Strava Show is brought to you by unsolicited role models or role models you may not want, but you may just need. All right, it is now time for our final thoughts. And Jimmy, what are you thankful for when it comes to one of your favorite teams? Doesn't have to be the Steelers. Could be the Knicks. Could be the Mets. Your choice.
I don't know, because with the Mets, they didn't really do nothing yet around this time. And I'm just maybe thankful for the Mets just because of the season they had this year. Being down 0-5, you know, and then everybody's writing them off. They had a crappy year. But you know what? I'm thankful for the Mets, actually, for that, honestly. Thankful for the memories they gave us.
Yeah, you can say that. Thank you, Jose Cantalita Iglesias, for... Oh my God!
Well, more or less the memories.
Yeah, that was the vibe. Thankful for the vibe.
But I mean, more the memories of like the Mets making it to a wild card spot and then making it as far as they did.
Yeah, no one was expecting.
Proving everybody wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm thankful for.
All right, so for me, I'm thankful for the New Jersey Devils. Now they might have lost last night, 3-0. But I'm thankful for the core pieces in place of Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, Brett Pesce, Luke Hughes, Dougie Hamilton, Jacob Markstrom, and Sheldon Keefe as a head coach. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure when we're going to win the Stanley Cup. I'm not sure when we're going to get to the final. I'm hoping this year, maybe next year, we'll see. But I'm thankful that they had the key pieces in place in the long run. That's what I'm thankful for when it comes to my teams.
Yeah, definitely. I can say that for them too, honestly, because they definitely have the pieces now. Just can they put together sooner or later?
Yeah, that's the key. When?
Yeah.
Not if, but when.
When.
All right, Jimbo, I'll let you go. Enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner with your family, your friends, your girlfriend.
Of course.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice festival of eating food.
We shall see.
Let's see if the Giants actually make this a good game.
We'll
I don't know how it's going to be.
Be interesting.
Time will tell. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody, enjoy your Thanksgiving. We're only doing a half-hour show today, so we don't take up too much of your time. So we'll see everybody next week. Enjoy your dinner.
Enjoy, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Going for the Super Bowl.
That little hold on, because that's not what Rodgers said. Rodgers said, I just care about winning the MVP. I don't care about winning.
No matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
And I was like, oh God, how do I stop this? So I
Look at that water behind me, James.
Jesus says in the scripture, they need to live their experience of their